Welcome to the Alabama A&M Football Review. Highlights, features, and analysis with head coach Connell Maynor. Brought to you by Datacom Solutions, Fellowship of Faith, and Huntsville Hospital. Bulldog fans, welcome to the Alabama A&M Football Review.
Good evening and welcome to the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor. I'm Ted Dixie, your host. The Bulldogs go to Houston, Texas and run off a 42-21 victory against Texas Southern. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you. Just happy for the players and the coaches. Coaches had a great game plan and the players executed it.
2-1 record in the Southwestern Athletic Conference, which we will get to later on, but it's the most competitive conference in the football championship subdivision. You couldn't take the game for granted.
No, we couldn't. It's hard to get wins in this conference, and it's even harder on the road. And so, we got our motto: respect all, fear none, and go down and be ready to play. And, that's what we did.
You've come off the road now, Coach, 4 straight road games. What's the toll been like on your team?
It's been rough. It's been rough. Everybody have their 5 or 6 road games a year, but not back to back to back. So
bad.
It's been a little bit tough on us with it being back to back to back to back, but we got through it.
And so the Bulldogs come off with that victory. The number 1 passing offense in the conference, Texas Southern, against our number 3 defense, passing defense rather. What was that like in your game plan for you, Coach?
Well, we knew that, but we want to make them one-dimensional, and try to limit their running and just force them to be one-dimensional. Anytime you can force them to be one-dimensional, you got a great chance of stopping them. So we didn't mind letting them get their yards, bend but not break, sort of thing. It's hard to shut down a great passing offense, and but we want to be able to contain them.
BBVA Compass Stadium, quite large, and it looked larger with just a few fans for Texas Southern that were in the stands. Almost the Bulldog faithful almost outnumbered them, and we'll take a look at those first half highlights when we come back on the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor.
Hello, I'm Pastor Troy. The game of football is a lot like the game of life. You have to tackle your problems and block your fears. I just want you to know there is victory in Jesus. I want to invite you to worship with us at one of our anointed services at our Huntsville campus or our Madison campus. At the Fellowship of Faith, Jesus is exalted and the word is explained. We love Alabama A&M. Go Bulldogs.
Darryl brings new energy to the power plant. Julian's accounting is by the numbers. They're student interns from the College of Business and Public Affairs at Alabama A&M University, where marketing class connects with the community and companies come to recruit. So while Kyle strengthens his managerial skills, he's earning a business degree and experience at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
90.9 WJAB FM Huntsville.
100,000 watts, 24 hours a day.
Smooth jazz and cool vocals.
I'm just a prisoner of love.
I get misty just holding your hand.
90.9 WJAB.
From the campus of Alabama A&M University.
Parker is 29 and learning to communicate again. The students teaching him earn a degree with 100% job placement. But the real reward is changing a life. At Alabama A&M, it's a university where agencies actually go to recruit compassionate students who help themselves by helping others. Service is sovereignty at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Yo.
Thank you for watching the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor. I'm Ted Dixie. Bulldogs preparing to take the pitch, since we're in a soccer stadium, Coach, I can say pitch today, against Texas Southern. the number 1 offense against the number 3 defense in the passing game. You're trying to get a 4th game in a row to get turnovers. Their starting quarterback had thrown 4 picks so far this season. I know you were licking your chops looking at the defensive game plan.
Yeah, he's shown he could throw it, he could turn it over. So we felt we have a couple opportunities, and I think we had probably about 4 or 5, and I think we came away with 2 of them. So we was pleased with that. Defenses continue to get at least 1 or 2 turnovers a game, and as long as they do that and we take care of the ball, we're going to have a chance to win every game we play.
You had a lot of edge with your student athletes in this game, Coach, and we talked about your 4th game on the road. Were they happy to be able to get off the road, or happy for a chance to go up 2 victories with 1 loss in the conference?
I think, the W. They get the W. Definitely was happy for that. They go 2-1 and get back-to-back road victories. But I think it brings us together a little bit better when we're on the road. We're there Friday all day together, and we're thinking football, talking football, looking at your scouting report. And so you're focused, and you don't have any outside distractions. I
know, Coach, I'm very blessed with the opportunity that you give me to attend meetings and practices. We heard Coach Huff talking to his defensive backs, and he actually identified one of the plays and formations that the Bulldogs got an interception on. That's good coaching. It is, and that's our job, to break down the tape and let them know what they're going to do in these situations by this alignment, what they like to do and who they're going to go to. And now our guys got to respond. And we watched the Bulldogs as they've come out onto the field, and now Texas Southern, who won the toss but deferred to the second half. I thought that was a signal, but we ended up kicking off to them. Another one of the confusing things that happened during the ball game. Yeah, we actually won it and deferred, and they took the ball, and so then we kicked. And now, of course, Brian Jenkins Jr., we're trying to make something happen in the return game. But in this ball game, Coach, you didn't need much other than the arm of Akil Glass or the feet of Trayvon Walters. Yeah, Akil played well again. Here we go right here, first play of the game, taking a shot. And he underthrew it a little bit, but we got the pass interference call. So we come right back and RPO to Brian Jenkins for a first down. He's been playing great here and continue to do that. Now another RPO and throw it out to Octavius Miles. He gets another first down, and then we get a penalty added on to it. And so we first and goal, and we're gonna try Trayvon here. He gets about 3 yards there. And we come back and bring Brian Jenkins in motion, sprint him out, throw him a little flat route for the touchdown. Good route. We don't see that in the corner, Coach, but that happened right in front of our broadcasting booth. He did a good job of making the defender plant his feet and react late. Yeah, he came in motion, so we got him behind him a little bit, but he squared him up and made him freeze, and then just took off on him right there. So that's a great route by Brian, a great throw again by Akil. Bulldogs now up with the extra point by Spencer Corey, 7-0. Coach, you come out in your opening possession with a touchdown. How does that make you feel? Good. And, it is, I'd like to say hats off to Coach Taylor, for getting the guy, for having a good game plan, knowing what we want to do against these guys and what we think will work. And when you come out and score the first possession, it's tell you that you did a good job of preparing, and now the guys are executing what you thought we would see. What we see right now, one of the several special teams penalties that Texas Southern inflicted wounds upon themselves with, Coach, not then not getting the ball turned over to us, but giving us a better chance at field position and to score. Yeah, he called for the fair catch, and the guy, I guess, didn't see it, and just ran right over him and got another 15 yards. So and we'll take that. And we'll take a little bit of luck as we see the fumble and the recovery by the Bulldogs retaining possession. Yeah, Octavius Miles was kind of loose with the ball last night, but we recovered it there. But Miles makes up with a couple of blocks here, Coach. Yeah, he did. He came back. He was mad, and he got 2 blocks on Trayvon long run. And we always tell the guys the difference in a 10-yard run and a 45-yard run is the receiver blocking downfield. And so Miles got 2 blocks there for Trayvon, as you see right there. He just run by that guy. There go 1 block for Miles, number 8. He's gonna come back right here and get another block. And Trayvon just walked on in. So it was a great job by Miles there. And he probably was a little upset because he fumbled. And that's what happens. The guys they play a little bit harder once they make a mistake. Trayvon Walters with touchdown runs of 55 yards and 53 yards on the day. The ALDS playoff game was happening down the street. with the Houston Astros, but our home run hitter was in the park in the form of Trayvon Walters.
Yeah, he was going deep, man. And so, you know, and we had the Goodyear blimp there watching us too. And I think they peeked in on the baseball game while they was watching us. So
that's probably what happened to our internet, people not paying attention to the baseball game, watching us, and fine performance by the Bulldogs last night.
Yeah. Here's a kick return right here by Jenkins, and we missed a block there, then we could have had a big return.
Coach Jenkins is slight of build, if you will, but he's tough, and when they tackle him, they've got to hit him pretty hard to get him on the ground.
Yeah, he's pretty agile and usually don't take a big hit because he's slender. He can just slide, slip and slide, and make you miss a little bit. And here's Walters again, and another deep ball.
The first touchdown, he wasn't running that fast. This time, Coach, he gets shot out of a cannon, and with the extra point, Bulldogs take a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, I think that's the.
We're up 21.
Right, that should be 21 right there, I believe.
Whoa, hang in there, Trayvon.
Well, that thing was pretty slippery there once we got a couple drops of rain on it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even walk on the sideline. It was so slippery. I just walked on the grass. But that's pretty. That little track thing there is pretty dangerous.
And now Texas Southern trying to get back in the ball game, and they do, entering with 2 touchdowns of their own. Coach, when the score was 14-14, you asked me what I was thinking, but I want to know what you were thinking.
I told the guys when we were up 14-0, hey, it's a lot of football left. We got a lot of football left. We got to keep playing, keep doing things we were doing, and you know, they got back in the game. You got to take hats off to them. They didn't quit. We knew they wouldn't quit. They was at home, and they kept fighting. But as soon as they tied it up, we came back and hit them with 2 touchdowns with Trayvon long run, and then
Marcellus Clash.
On, I think that was on 4th down right there.
Beautiful
he made
catch.
a great catch in traffic, and then 5 took a bad angle, and Clash did the rest.
You'll see what's kept kicking up underneath the student athlete's feet is sands from the field. A little bit of grass, as Michael Burns made an observation of years ago, and then we come back, it seems like the grass is wearing down, it's only sand on the field.
Yeah, you know, it's a soccer field, and they play, a lot of teams play there, so, you know, it looks good, but it actually was a lot of sand. You know, it's okay.
So you're coming into the half, you're up 2 touchdowns. You'll say again that there's a lot of football left, Coach, but what's really on your mind at the half?
That's it, you know. Let's go out and play another half like we did. We got 30 more minutes to play like we played the first half. The score is 0-0. We got to act like it's 0-0 and go out and continue to score, play good defense, play good offense, good special teams.
Of course, Texas Southern treated us to a halftime show. The marching maroon and white did not make the trip, but we look forward to the next time that we certainly will see them. Bulldogs leading at the half, 28-14. We come back. We'll take a look on the second half highlights here on the Alabama A&M Football Review with Connell Maynor.
Hello, I'm Pastor Troy. The game of football is a lot like the game of life. You have to tackle your problems and block your fears. I just want you to know there is victory in Jesus. I want to invite you to worship with us at one of our anointed services at our Huntsville campus or our Madison campus. At the Fellowship of Faith, Jesus is exalted and the word is explained. We love Alabama A&M. Go Bulldogs!
Engineering and science usually look like this, but our students build race cars from the ground up, explore wind tunnels, particle accelerators, and crystal growth. Our studies in cybersecurity and rocket propulsion have tech companies like Google and SpaceX recruiting at Alabama A&M University, with one of the highest percentages of women STEM graduates in the country. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
90.9 WJAB FM Huntsville.
100,000 watts, 24 hours a day.
Smooth jazz and cool vocals.
Give your all to me, I'll give my all to you.
90.9 FM WJAB.
For the campus of Alabama A&M University.
Companies hunger for our food scientists. Here, a new generation manages our cities of tomorrow. The discovery of hardier plants, healthier animals, is growing at our research station. Alabama A&M University, where new designs and ideas are put to the test. Be a researcher in our labs or a forestry fire dog in our fields. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Thank you for watching the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor. I'm Ted Dixie, your host. Bulldogs up 28-14 at the half, getting ready to come back after the halftime break. Coach, things seem to be going your way, but it gets a lot better in the second half.
It does. You know, we come out, we didn't score the first drive, but we came right back and scored the second drive. And then they got a score to cut it right back to 14. So they wouldn't go away. You know, they kept fighting, and then we was able to get another touchdown late and kind of seal the victory and get ready to get back home.
You ran a couple of formations and plays, Coach, that we had not seen so far this season. What was your idea behind that?
That's what you got to do. About every 2 or 3 games, you got to break out a couple of different formations, a couple of plays people haven't seen to break some tendencies. And, you know, people get the film on your first 3 or 4 games. They think they got you. Okay, they can run this play when you see it, and then we run another play. So that's just type stuff that you got to do every about 3 games. You got to start changing up some stuff.
Does that mean you have to reinstall or install a new offense, or just remind them what they learned in training camp?
No, yeah, you go off your basic offense. You know, you just throw some wrinkles in there. You have some wrinkle plays off of certain formations that you normally do this, and this, and then you add a couple of wrinkles to it and keep them off balance.
And of course, now we're starting to look at the second half highlights, as Coach mentioned, and here the Bulldogs are. Good play right here, Coach, as Glass rolls the pocket to the left side.
Little sprint out, corner route to Brian Jenkins right there. He ran a good route and straightened the guy up and broke out. And then we come back with an RPO to Kendrick. And
Kendrick is a load.
He is. He's going to be a great player here. He's just a freshman.
And then here we go. We see one of those plays we do Kendrick. 3 things at one time.
Yeah, we come back with a screen to Kendrick, fade the bubble, fade the quick screen over to the right and throw the middle screen to the tight end. Another wrinkle, you know, keep people honest. That's a play they haven't seen before. And now give defenses something else to prepare for.
Akil Glass is always talking about in the weekly press conference that he feels fast. And that's just an example of him getting an opportunity to use that. And here's a great catch by Marcellus Clash in the end zone.
It was. It was a good defense, and it was a better catch and throw. Clash just went up and took it. That's what we teach them to do, man. Jump up there, high point the ball, and the ball's in the air, is yours. Take it. And you see a kid there makes a good throw, and Clash just go up, high point the ball and get it. And he basically mossed him.
Okay,
he just got mossed it.
There you have it. Marcellus Clash with 2 touchdowns on the day. Akil Glass, 22 of 36, 1 interception, 3 touchdown passes on the day. Trayvon Walters, 10 rushing attempts, 161 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Lots of offense from the Bulldogs.
It was. And again, like you say, Glass played well. His 1 interception came on play. I told him to throw the ball out of bounds, and he didn't. It cost him, but anyway.
And here's another fine pass down the sideline. Bulldogs moving that football, Coach.
No, that's an interception. That's
an
interception by Holloway there. And we gave him a great ball call over there, and he turned around and picked it. So he's continuing to play well.
You just said he gave him a ball call, Coach. What is that now?
When the ball's in the air, you know, they can't tell. And so you got to give them ball, and that let them know that the ball is being thrown at them. And then he turned around and made the pick. So that was just a great team effort there.
Now I'm back on track. Trayvon Walters with great moves right here to put the Bulldogs in a fine position, but we end up punting.
Yeah, we stalled out there. We was in position where we could have went for that, but you know, with 2 touchdowns up, you got to punt them back and make them earn it. And it's pretty hard. It's been pretty hard for people to score against our defense, driving 70, 80, 90 yards. So you can punt them back right there with a pooch kick.
Of course, the Bulldogs have at least a turnover in 4 games in a row. 2 interceptions last night, one by number 10, Amari Holloway, and one by number 28, Josh Williams. Of course, Amari Holloway wants some of the attention his brother Armani Holloway is getting, and he shows up big for the game.
Yeah, that's kind of what brothers do, man. One show out this week, the next going to have a big game the week after. So he got him a interception there. So the family members be calling him this week, telling him how good he played.
Be honest, Coach, you couldn't tell them apart before they got their haircut.
No, you couldn't. And they look alike. And they hang together all the time. So, hey, I'm just glad they're playing for me.
Of course.
Screen to Brian right here. Shanye kind of missed that block, and Jinx still made his man miss. But if he'd have got a block, it would have opened up and would have made the game probably another 15, 20 yards.
And now here's another deep punt, Coach. We were watching this, and Spencer Corey gets a good snap from Abram Jones and a good release, but good blocking by your line.
Yeah, it held up. They had an overload there on the right, and we just switched it off and left a wide guy free and kind of stepped to the left and punted it. So Coach Jenkins has been doing a great job with the punt team, and we knew they would do that, and we was prepared for it.
And here we see the Bulldogs trying to close it out, up 2 touchdowns. We're just trying to run the clock out here, Coach, and what happens?
Well, we still playing. We gonna run the ball. We snapping it with 2 and 3 seconds on the clock, trying to get out of there and get back home. And you see they dumped Bentley right here, and then we didn't get a call there. I thought that was uncalled for. And so I was glad to see Bentley break it right here and score against these guys.
And totes about 3 people in the end zone.
Yeah, he took about 3 or 4 of them in there with him.
Now, you just said, Coach, you thought that was a dirty play. When you're communicating with the officials on the sideline, Coach, how do you even approach a situation like that?
I told him, I said, man, it was a late hit. That should have been a flag. And, they didn't even look and didn't throw it. But at the end of the day, that's on the other team for doing that. That guy knew that was uncalled for.
Of course, we see the end of the game handshake with you and Coach Hayward. The Bulldogs victorious 42-21. Coach, you're coming off the field right now. I don't know if you'd heard, but by now we knew that Alabama State had defeated Alcorn State, our next opponent for the Bulldogs. Did you have that thought in mind? When did you find out about the score and the importance of this game this week?
After the game, they told me Alabama State beat them in like 4 overtimes or something. But what I told those guys is it didn't matter to me who won that game because we got to play both of them our next 2 games and we got to beat both of them. So to me, it really didn't matter which one of those guys won that game. We're going to respect all and fear none, and we got to be prepared both weeks that we play both of them. So it really was irrelevant.
Bulldogs on a 2-game winning streak, trying to make it a 3-game winning streak. Alcorn State comes to town. It's homecoming. Coach Maynor says that's all you have to do is say it's homecoming on the schedule, and we'll have a crowd. We want home field advantage this week, folks, to be a good home field advantage as we welcome the Braves for homecoming. We come back, we'll have another preview of Homecoming on the Hill on the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor.
Hello, I'm Pastor Troy. The game of football is a lot like the game of life. You have to tackle your problems and block your fears. I just want you to know there is victory in Jesus. I want to invite you to worship with us at one of our anointed services at our Huntsville campus or our Madison campus. At the Fellowship of Faith, Jesus is exalted and the word is explained. We love Alabama A&M. Go Bulldogs.
Darryl brings new energy to the power plant. Julian's accounting is by the numbers. They're student interns from the College of Business and Public Affairs at Alabama A&M University, where marketing class connects with the community and companies come to recruit. So while Kyle strengthens his managerial skills, he's earning a business degree and experience at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
90.9 WJAB FM Huntsville.
100,000 watts, 24 hours a day.
Smooth jazz and cool vocals.
And the home of mellow madness till midnight.
You bring me joy.
90.9 WJAB.
From the campus of Alabama A&M University.
Engineering and science usually look like this, but our students build race cars from the ground up, explore wind tunnels, particle accelerators, and crystal growth. Our studies in cybersecurity and rocket propulsion have tech companies like Google and SpaceX recruiting at Alabama A&M University, with one of the highest percentages of women STEM graduates in the country. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Thank you and welcome back to the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor. I'm Ted Dixie. Homecoming on the Hill. If you want to know the activities that will start tonight, go to aamu.edu for a list of activities. And of course, Coach, on Monday night, you'll be at Applebee's on North Memorial Parkway for Bulldog Talk at 6 o'clock p.m. Folks want to shake a hand. That's a good place to do it. Coach might even buy you something to eat. And of course, if you need homecoming tickets, feel free to dial 256-372-4700. Coach, give us a final word.
Just proud of the guys fighting so hard. We're back to 500, 2-1 in the conference, and my coaches for doing great game plans. Guys just playing so hard, all the support. It really makes you appreciate the support that we get at home when you go on the road and you see 500 people in the stands. And so it's really appreciated. Your support of the Bulldogs are truly appreciated, and we look forward to a sellout crowd Saturday night. And homecoming is for y'all, and we got to get prepared for a football game. So it's for y'all. Come on and get ready.
We were on the plane last night, Coach. You asked your student athletes, what was this week? And some people said homecoming. You were like, no, it's not.
No, it's not. It's Alcorn week. Homecoming is for everybody else. It's for the alumni, the friends and family to celebrate all that stuff. But we got to get prepared for a football game because everybody's coming to homecoming to see us win a football game. So homecoming isn't for us. After they finish playing, homecoming is for them.
So we'll see you Saturday night after the game. Remember, the kickoff is scheduled for 2 o'clock p.m. That means the pregame show may be heard on 90.9 FM WJAB starting at 1:30 p.m. I know most folks want to go to the parade. We'll see you there Saturday morning for a parade in downtown Huntsville, Alabama for Homecoming on the Hill 2018. For head coach Connell Maynor, I'm Ted Dixie. We'll see you next week when we'll be talking about another Bulldog victory right here on the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor.